Victoria Pendleton started cycling at the same time that she learnt to walk, as a result of her father being a keen cyclist. Victoria Pendleton's father was an amateur cyclist who would have loved to become professional, and it was his love of cycling that got both Victoria and her twin brother Alex into the sport. And both of them, from the age of 6, Victoria would go on cycling holidays with her family and started grass track racing from the age of 9, and this helped Victoria to develop her bike handling skills and stamina. As with Michael Phelps, Victoria Pendleton's siblings also influenced her childhood sporting success. Pendleton would grass track race against her brother Alex, and there was sibling rivalry between them, as Victoria was jealous that her father appeared to give more attention to her twin Alex, and so Victoria would want to beat her brother to prove herself worthy to her father and get his attention. This early sense of competition and the need to push herself in order to beat her brother would help her stand in good stead for when she started to compete at a higher level. Victoria always wanted to please her father, and this was one reason why she got into cycling, in order to please him. When Victoria would be out cycling with her father Max would cycle away from her and not look back or reassure her. So much so that by the time she was 15, Victoria was used to cycling 50 miles on a Sunday, whatever the weather, chasing the distant figure of her father who never looked back. Victoria wanted a father who would love her and be proud of her. She says in her book that I had to hang on to Dad. I was sure that if I lost sight of him, I would lose hold of his love. It seems that Max did much for his daughter's speed, but little for her self-belief. It was her father, though, that was one of the major influences behind her daughter's success. The cycling that Victoria did from a young age, training with her father and brother, helped Victoria to develop the stamina and speed that would later help her in her professional career. At the age of 16, Victoria Pendleton was talent spotted by the assistant national track team coach, and her training took a more professional format. This insight into how a professional cyclist trains would help prepare Victoria for when she started to compete more seriously at university. But it was Victoria's desire to please, first her father and later her coaches and fellow Team GB cyclists, which would push Victoria to train harder, go further and win races.